Big Questions with the Dead Milkmen.
Welcome to Big Questions with the Dead Milkmen.
Thank you.
On this week's episode, I'd like to talk about streaming TV services. The apps or channels or sites that millions of us Americans turn to for our much needed entertainment. Netflix was the first one, but now we also have Hulu, Prime Video, HBO Max, Tubi, Peacock, Showtime, Shudder, YouTube TV, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, Paramount Plus, Discover Plus, ESPN Plus, and too many others to mention. And so my question is, which television streaming services do you enjoy, and what's the best? And finally, if you could only have one TV service, which would it be? Okay. I'm interested in hearing how everybody consumes their TV entertainment, but first, as is the protocol of this program, I must answer the question myself. Just fast forward if you want. Snooze alert. Okay. I consider myself an earlier adopter of Netflix. I've had it since it was on DVD only, and it became streaming. And I don't have it anymore, but I still have the DVD part of it, although that's beside the point. I used to watch Netflix just about every night, and I, in fact, got rid of cable sometime in 2012 because I really wasn't watching cable because of Netflix. But earlier this year, I canceled my Netflix subscription. I did the same with HBO Max, and I did the same with Hulu. I realized that for several months, I wasn't watching a damn thing on any of those things, and I figured, why am I paying for them? I don't really miss them, though I wouldn't mind seeing George Carlin's American Dream on HBO Max, and also that Barry series that Dan recommended. He made it sound really cool. And I'm hoping that those programs will eventually be released on DVD. By the way, that's what happened to the Get Back. I subscribed to Disney Plus for 1 month only, so I could watch the Get Back series, the Beatles Let It Be revisited thing. And that's available on DVD now too. So the lesson I learned from that is you don't even need to subscribe to a service. I didn't really find anything else on Disney Plus very interesting, except for one documentary. So what am I watching instead? It's not like I'm not watching anything. In fact, what seems to have happened in the past years that I started watching YouTube more and more, and that's taking up my television viewing time. I watch it on my laptop, but I also watch it on the big screen TV using a phone to cast it on the TV. But they also have an app. But I like to, I don't know. I just, I find myself enthralled by their, I guess, algorithm of recommending the next thing, and I'm picking from the lists. And before I know it, it's 2 hours later. So that, I guess, can be considered a streaming service, YouTube, in itself. What we're on now on this show, of course. But I also watch. I also subscribe to Paramount Plus at their lower rate for the ad-supported $4.99 a month, and I watch that a lot with my boyfriend. We enjoy a lot of the programs on there, but mostly I got it because South Park specials were on there. They're only on there. And also the Beavis and Butthead new movies on there we watch. That's pretty funny. And the Beavis and Butthead old episodes remastered are on there. So I'll probably keep that for a while. And the other things that I still have that I consider streaming services that I watch on my own are Curiosity Stream, which is documentary only. a lot of them are kind of low budget, but I kind of like that. And they're kind of, well, they're older. They seem kind of older. It reminds me of the History Channel when it first started years ago. Like but they also, it's evolving quickly since I started 2 years ago with this or watching this. And they have some of their own series now. One of them I like is called Suppressed Science. It looks like it's on a shoestring budget, but it doesn't really bother me that it's really low budget. I still enjoy it. And the reason I even found out about it is I wanted to watch a particular Glenn Gould documentary, and it was on Curiosity Stream. And I found it was only $19.95 for a whole year. So I figured, why not give it a try? And there's some fascinating other programs. I've learned about history of England and all kinds of things on Curiosity Stream. And my other go-to when I'm alone watching is PBS Passport, which you can get by being a member of your local PBS station. I think it's $5 a month or $60 a year. And that's some of my favorite programming is that stuff, Frontline, American Masters. And I'll probably be a member year after year unless they really start sucking. But I like their worldview. I find that's like my comfort zone for TV viewing. So what's the best? It's a tough choice for me. What would if I could only have one, would it be YouTube? I don't know. Or would it be PBS Passport? So it's almost like flipping a coin. I could probably live without YouTube. I think it probably causes me as much anxiety as it does entertainment.
Your Thursday nights would be free.
What's that?
Your Thursday nights would be free.
That's true. That's true. And I wouldn't mind if YouTube just went down the drain and we didn't have this show, I'd be a happy guy.
Join us next year on our new season on Hulu.
Yeah. Unless we get picked up by, and it becomes a paycheck. I don't know. But I'm going to go with PBS Passport. And now on to Dan.
Well, I got to confess, I thought TV streaming service was just video of like rivers and stuff that you would put in like a window. So I prepared for a completely different.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Trout fishing. Yeah.
I don't know. I always just like incidentally watch TV, and I don't usually watch a whole thing, and I don't really watch movies. I think I consumed too many movies in my youth and teenage years and my early 20s. Like I worked in video stores, and I knew all the directors and actors, even the movies I hadn't seen, because like Blockbuster and the other video stores I worked for, I saw these movies all the time and just retained information. But I don't know. Every once in a while I'll watch something, like usually one of you guys recommends something and it'll pique my interest and I'll search for it. And if it costs money, I don't watch it. That's basically what I'm going to say for my answer is like free stuff. And like, if I have the time, which is like right before falling asleep. And I can make the time, but I don't know. And I'll find like an old movie or something. When I moved, I found a whole bunch of VHS tapes. Some of it was like me taping TV back in like the 80s and 90s. And some of the commercials are hauntingly similar to the ones that are on today. Like the style of them, it's stupid. So I don't care if any of the streaming services were to go away. They can all go to hell.
But you must have HBO Max or something.
Yeah, because Barry was something where I was like, wow, I'm actually excited to watch this. And it's cool because it was on Sunday nights. So it was one of those things like in the old days when you had to wait for a week to see it. But then I couldn't figure out if they would stream it while you were watching. I never even bothered because I never remembered, it's at 9:00 or whatever. It would be the next day, watch it.
Okay. So it's on, you just watch it on regular TV, cable.
No, it's HBO. They do like a trial, like a free trial. You can sign up for that. And then after you watch it, you just cancel it.
Well, I still have boxes of Mystery Science Theater, boxes and boxes of VHS tapes of those. I think I still have a working VHS machine. I should try that. Uh-oh, there goes Dan. Uh-oh.
No, I got a whole bunch of like,
Okay.
I don't know if you can read that. The
Simpsons.
Oh, that says MST3K and Kids in the Hall, Simpsons, Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Edit
Double
time.
Yeah.
I'm done. My rant.
Okay. So yeah, we finally got rid of our landline and our cable and kept our internet earlier this year. So we saved ourselves like $75, which is pretty crazy. I think, let's see if I can count them up. Well, I do watch a lot of YouTube like Joe does, music videos, how-to videos, restoration videos, music, gear videos, that kind of stuff. There's even full-length documentaries, and even you can, if you look hard enough, you can find full-length movies sometimes on YouTube. I also have HBO Max. It's through my mobile phone service. They just gave it to me for free. I don't know how that happened, but hey, I'm not complaining. I don't pay for it. Like Joe, I signed up for Disney Plus just to watch the Beatles thing, but I kept it around because I found a few other things I'm actually interested in. Have been watching all the little Star Wars spin-off shows that they've been making. And I'm actually on a project right now watching all the Star Wars stuff chronologically in the universe timeline. So anyway, I'm up to Rogue One now. But anyway, don't say anything, Rodney. You play with little toy soldiers. But anyway.
You made it through the first three at least.
Yeah.
Sand. I hate sand.
Yeah. We've had Amazon Prime for a long time, and through that somehow we have BritBox and Acorn, which are the British TV shows, which we like occasionally, and then Netflix, which we used to have just as DVD only, but we got rid of that a long time ago, and now we have as a streaming platform. I would say that we don't really watch Netflix all that much anymore, although I did watch a movie or two recently. I would think that of all of them, I probably watch YouTube the most. I think I would probably keep that one around. I mean, I know you can actually pay for it, I guess, to be ad-free, but right now I think HBO Max is my favorite because I watch Flight of the Conchords, and a show that Rodney turned me on to called Ghosts is on HBO Max. So that's pretty much, I think that would be my favorite. Really, they could all go away. I would probably keep YouTube around because you can still get a lot of stuff. But like Dan, I don't watch a huge amount of TV, but when I want to watch it, I want it to be there. So anyway, that's my answer.
Good answer.
PureFlix. Okay, now for the record, I don't subscribe to PureFlix, okay? But Nick DiRamio does, and I have enjoyed every one of his goddamn videos about this Christian alternative to Netflix. And I know the people that run PureFlix would probably say, oh, it's not Christian, it's faith-based, it's non-denominational. But do you know one Wiccan that watches this shit? No, no, you don't. You do not. So I just want to say that I'm telling you folks about PureFlix because if you subscribe to PureFlix today, you can watch all 4 God's Not Dead movies. Now, these are cinematic crap fest of atheist bashing, and they all star Kevin Sorbo. Now, you know what I don't want you people to do? I don't want you to start going, oh, Kevin Sorballs. Oh, I'm looking in your direction, Dan. I know somebody will probably put up a graphic that says Kevin Sorballs, and you people will laugh. But is it really funny? So our older viewers might know Kevin Sorballs from Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, which is a series that ran in the 90s. And our younger viewers probably know Kevin Sorballs as Twitter's official racist uncle. And we'll probably put up some of his tweets right now, and everyone will go, oh, that's really dumb. And it's sad to see Kevin Sorballs' pearls of wisdom cast before you snickering swine. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. If you do decide, hey, wait a minute, that's 4 God's Not Dead movies. That's 1 for each of us. I'm just spoiler alert on the God's Not Dead movies. Not once do they mention Charles Nelson Riley. It's called, they got God in the title, but nobody ever, they don't even mention like his role in The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. Yeah, Kevin. See, there we go. Kevin. Oh, that's real funny, real mature. So I just want to say, I know that, what I'm saying is not really an answer to tonight's actual official big question, but I figure as America edges slowly towards becoming a white Christian ethno-state, I would give you people a preview of the horrifying entertainment that awaits us in the future. Hey guys, do you know who owns PureFlix? You know what we should call it? We should call it Soreflix from now on. Do you know who owns Soreflix? You know? Sony owns it. Sony bought it 2 years ago, and the production values are still crap.
I think they were the ones that were involved with Blockbuster editing like movies, like regular movies. They would take like any bit of like something.
Yeah. There was a thing you used to be able to. I think pre PureFlix, there was a thing where you could get it, and they would take all sorts of suggestive stuff, like seeing a woman's ankle, that sort of stuff out. That party tablecloth is too gay. Get it out of here. But the production values are still crap. It's like it's worse than the first season of this show. And I'm going to tell you right now, which if you people saw the first season of this show, you're going to be amazed by that. But
what season are we in?
Yeah, I don't know. It never ends.
I thought this was the first season.
It's like Lost. We're in purgatory. But here's the thing: where did the money go? Where did the money go that should have been pumped into these shows? I'm thinking schnauzer porn. And the more I think about it, the more I'm definite. Schnauzer porn. So that's what I'm saying. PureFlix, and I ain't taking it back.
Schnauzer porn, PureFlix.
Surprised you didn't mention Shudder.
Well, Shudder, I would mention Shudder, but then I have to mention the fact that a lot of musicians got Shudder so that they could see, they could see The Runner by Boy Harsher. So yeah, but I just wanted to stick to the PureFlix thing and have that piece of entertainment for everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's
got a little more entertainment, obviously.
Let's move on to recommendations. I'd like to recommend a particular Instagram. What do you call it? Instagram site, Instagram account called Strong Ass Woman. It's strong.ass.women. And recently they've started a series called My Abortion Story. And it's people send in their story, people who've had abortions send in their stories, and they publish them as slides. And I find it interesting, and I think it's helpful. It helps erase some of the stigma around abortion. I just think it's good to know, all the different reasons that people have had abortions.
All right. I would like to recommend an alternative to television, which is like board or card games. I was playing this one with the kids right before starting tonight.
That's a soup. That's not a game.
Yeah, I was going to say, next time I have bad diarrhea, I got ramen fury.
No, it's really cool. You have these cards, and it's like a bowl of ramen, and then you add ingredients, and the different combinations have different points of ingredients, and then once you get enough, you flip it over, and you count the points. I don't know. The kids are getting along and playing it. But then there's also this game, which I think I've mentioned before, where you have your however many people are playing, you're these like a gnome or whatever, this guy. But somebody is the Saboteur.
Ah.
So you have these like maze, like these pieces or like parts of a, you would put these together for like a trail to go through, and nobody knows who the Saboteur is except the Saboteur, but sometimes you have two Saboteurs depending on how many people are playing. And I drive the kids crazy because I'm very good at like lying to them, I guess, like pretending like that I'm not the Saboteur. As they get older, it's harder, but
Hello, Child Protective Services. Yeah, he's lying to his children again. Yeah, I'm making him play a game about a bowl of soup. Yeah,
oh, the kids have known that phone number for years. So yeah, Saboteur. I don't know where you find these things. Maybe I can find a link.
Sounds cool.
Don't watch TV.
I don't know about Saboteur, but I know about Sabatino. But anyway, I would like to recommend two things this week. Both are involved with YouTube, as we've discussed earlier. One is the third installment of Look Mom No Computer. He's documenting his pipe organ purchase and journey building it. This week he's got a circuit board, which he's hooked up to the installation that he has going so far, and you can put MIDI files into it now, and it's absolutely amazing. So you got to check it out. Follow along, follow his channel, follow it along. The second thing I would like to recommend, I would like to give a shout out to a local Philly YouTuber. His name is David Hilowitz Music. His latest video is on an obscure children's synth that he bought off eBay and got it working again from Russia. He's also created a free sample playback plugin called Decent Sampler, which is free to download, and he's got lots of free sample packs so you can use it in your DAW on your computer. So we'll provide links to all that stuff. So I would recommend you check out David Hilowitz Music. That's my recommendations.
I've got to speak quickly because we're getting ready to run out of time. All right, my first recommendation is an album, and the album is called Aeternus Memoria. It is honoring those afflicted with cancer. It's an 84-track album you can get on Bandcamp, and it's Name Your Price. And there are a lot of great bands on it. A lot of these people are my friends. I'm not on it. I can't. That's probably what makes it a great album. But again, it's Name Your Price, and it all goes to charity. So you might want to get that. Now, you're saying, Rodney, 84 goth industrial spooky bands, what could they all possibly have in common? Well, there's one movie that binds them all together. Now, some of you might be sitting at home going, it's The Crow, isn't it? No, it's not The Crow. It's not Blade Runner. It's even more dark and disturbing than that, and you can watch it on HBO Max. It is indeed 1983's Top Secret. It is the greatest comedy of all time. Is this the Potato Farm? Yes, I am Albert Potato. If you don't watch it, your life is worth less than a
little German
dead rats in a tampon factory. Yeah, I know a little German. There he is over there. But
I own that on VHS tape.
Everybody I know in these bands, seriously, Brian from Velvet Acid Christ, him and I bonded over our love of Top Secret. So if you get a chance, please buy that album, and then if you get a little down in the immediate future, pop on Top Secret, because it's a very, very funny, very, very overlooked film. I came across, I'm like, oh, it's on. I saw it on HBO Max. I'm like, oh, I could use some cheering up, and it immediately cheered me up. So it is a great, great film. All right, so now since everybody has been so good, I have a treat for you. It's the return of Popsicle Stick Theater. This week featuring Mr. Kevin Sorballs, right? Oh, Lord, why during the most difficult times in my life was there only one set of footprints in the sand? Kevin Sorballs, that's because you were giving me a piggyback ride. Go on, Kevin. Mrs. Muir, you have a ghost in your house.
Thank you.
I'm tired from that.
There was only one trail of balls in the sand.
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. Yeah, we all know what Laverne and Shirley is code for. You can write it on there, but we know what Laverne and Shirley mean.